I'm going to turn it over to Parker, who's going to walk through the actual Atomic SaaS architecture. And then we're going to go through actual, because folks come to us a lot and say, Bob, we're very interested in going to Atomic SaaS. How do we get there? Like, what does that actually look like? And so we have Parker here. I'm going to chime in here and there, but the idea is he's going to demonstrate what does it look like to actually move from self-hosted to actual Atomic SaaS. But before I do, anyone who's got the years experience I do in IT, you need to look at this slide because this slide is quite interesting, especially coming from a guy who I used to be I think it was the first ever workload automation architect for CA worldwide. And I remember I had to use Microsoft Paint to do my boxes and my little arrows. So then we got Visio and all the other things. And now look at how far we've come. I mean, I look at this slide, it's super interactive. It's crazy. Having said that, I'll turn it over to you, Parker.
The main shift between SaaS and on-prem is SaaS, you're going to have this management layer that Broadcom manages themselves. So what does that include? Well, let me just make a few quick point outs here. That includes the Kubernetes cluster, which has all the main processing units inside of that cluster itself. So you no longer are having to work with and deal with WPs going down, JCPs not working, something wrong with a certificate, JWPs, nothing going on wrong with that where it's not connecting to your AWI. The rest is up and available. The AWIs are up and available. Everything is working correctly for you to interact with, not needing to worry about any of those potential issues where you are having to manage it yourself in an on-prem environment. On top of all that, you get that support of the FTP for transport cases, like how we're going to show in our demo later, how we import new and old jobs from your on-prem environment into your SaaS environment. That is, the main talking points when it comes to that architecture for the SaaS. So all of that is put behind a load balancer, and we have a few different options for how you're connecting those agents up. That is a very big pain point that people have been asking a lot about. Do not worry. Your agents are going to connect. We're going to take a look at them. We're going to look at, can we use the TLS gateway? Is it worth it upgrading them? Do we need to upgrade? Can we upgrade and not hinder business processing? Version 21 and up agents are going to be able to connect through the load balancer. Everything with that is going to be going great. That's the main talking points when it comes to Atomic SaaS architecture. Next, what we'll talk about is Atomic SaaS security. So the main talking points with this one is you're getting that high level, full security across the board for Atomic. No longer are you having to walk through each step, do a whole bunch of manual configuration to ensure that you're at the top level of enterprise grade security. Now it comes built in. It's not a secondary thought. You're getting it right at your front door. Everything is working as is with the SaaS. No more are you having to go back and do I&I changes on your on-prem environment, security lockdowns, none of that when you have the SaaS environment as it comes pre-built.